Hello guys, for this guide I will go through the healer selection in a standard team. Then I will explain the different types of healer in the game currently, and finally I will make a detailed walkthrough for all healers, yes, for all priest class healers. Different type of healer has different roles. Currently we have a total of 9 priest class healers. They are very important to keep the team's survival. Each of the healer has their special and own niche ability and specific usage area that they excel better in. In our standard PvE team lineups, we have a tank, main DPS, sub DPS or CC and healer. This time, we will focus mainly on healer, which is the priest class in this guide. Each healer has their own niche roles or special roles that are better used in specific areas such as the raids, world boss, adventures, guild raids, and so on. And again, firstly, we need to ask ourselves before picking which healer to go for. Number 1. Which content do you want to focus? Number 2. Which area that your PvE team lacks? We have 3 category or type of healer. Firstly, the defensive healer, second, the offensive healer, and lastly, the tactical force healer. Defensive healer has skills or buff that give protection to the team. Offensive healer has buff that boost up the team's overall attack damage, speed, or any offensive stats greatly. And finally, the tactical force healer has special force skills that could turn the battle around or force the usage of something. Frey has her ultimate shield to protect the team, while Lias and Refi provides magic defense buff for the whole team, which is needed against PvE contents that has high incoming magic damage, especially the dragon raids. Without them, most likely the DPS hero may not be able to withstand even the normal skill from the dragon. Kaula, Mediana, and Mei have skills that boost up the offensive stats of the team, increasing the overall team DPS and damage output. They are needed in stage that we need to burst down as fast as possible or to gain higher damage score. Lastly, Balduin, Leo, and Cassandra are part of the tactical force healer. They are special type healers which are more to the PvP side. In PvE side, they are less used unless if there are any special mechanics of the dungeon that forces us to use them as a counter. Frey is famous for her ultimate HP shield that shields the entire team. Also, the shield comes with CC resist that is extremely useful to prevent interruption from the enemy. Moreover, it has a long uptime duration with high damage absorption rate. Frey's healing ability is not that good because it only targets 1 or 2 allies with transcendence perks. She also helps to reduce CC bar with her skill tree. However, the cooldown is long to be actually useful compared to other heroes. Lias, the Dragon Girl. She protects the team with her magic defense passive and T5 Dark against incoming magic damage. So both of her magic defense buff is from passive and does not need to be activated. She is also known as the mana battery or mana charger for the team because she has constant mana recovery in her T5 Dark and burst mana recovery skill in her skill tree. Lias has good healing ability and powerful HP and mana recovery shield that protects the main tank very well. And overall, her healing kit's ability are very useful for most of the game contents. Refi, the cute come being, has undispellable constant healing ability for the party that keeps the HP full whenever any of the team member is being damaged. He also helps to improve the mana regeneration per second for the whole team. Referee is the only healer with Party Cleanse ability currently. Besides that, he is also able to provide permanent magic defense buff to the team. So I would say Referee is actually pretty similar to Lias. Next, Kaula the Blue Orc as the offensive healer. Costume is necessary for Kaula because his default form is just so ugly and terrible. He has skill tree that buff up the attack, speed and critical rate for the whole team with good uptime of around 75%, and this buff greatly improves the overall team DPS. Yes, greatly, especially in a 8-man team. Also, Kaula has the best CC bar reduction ability among the priests. He can also ensure the critical survival of the team with proper time heal, which is his skill 2. Mediana, the test nurse. She has the best offensive amplification kits among all the healers, especially for the physical team. With her skill tree, she is able to pump up the main DPS damage, and she is able to provide up to 40% attack boost to the entire team with her T5 Dark. So her attack boost ability is really powerful. For physical team, she also has the permanent physical damage amplification skill. Her healing ability and protection ability is average because she needs to time properly. Mei, the Gold Grabber. She provides random offensive buff to the team with her skill 1. However, those random offensive buffs need to be stacked up, and she could take like around 1 minute to fully stack up to maximum. Besides that, she also has CC ability that hits randomly with good CC bar reduction if all the CC hits on a single target. So Mei is pretty similar to Kaula's in terms of skill kits. When she is able to fully stack up her skill 1 on all allies, then her offensive buff is slightly better with permanent duration. Balduin, the Book Reader. He has 7-second invincible shield with 0 mana cost but very long cooldown. Specifically used in PvP to shield at the beginning of battle to tactically force other players to build his counter hero and tactically creates some meta. In PvE, let's say if you have some dangerous stage that are impossible to block the damage with HP shield, then Balduin is needed for this tactical purpose. So he is like a special force. Leo, the Book Writer. He can dispel enemy party's buff with 0 mana and 4.5 second silence. He is specifically to remove buff, especially Balduin's shield, to tactically force players to use both of them as another meta, or tactically force players to use Scarlet to counter both of them. In PvE, he does not have much usage with his party silence because other heroes are able to do so. However, he can help to shred 50% physical defense for physical team. Lastly, we have Cassandra the Dancer as a tactical force healer. She is tactically powerful to disturb and disrupt enemy's team at the beginning of battle or very early stage. Tactically able to disrupt the enemy at the start of battle is tactically good to change the tide in PvP. So she is more for the PvP content. She can silence and charm the enemy as disruptions, and in PvE if there are contents that greatly reduce allies' critical rate, then she is the tactical counter for this content. Thank you for watching and see ya!